Hello everyone and welcome to George Brendler Field for tonight's game between the Chazy Eagles and the Westport Eagles. Chazy is coming to this game undefeated. Westport played them very tough out in Westport about 2 weeks ago, with Chazy coming with a 4-1 victory. It's a beautiful fall night. The fans are just coming in. Not as many as normal when the game starts, but the paper had them playing Keene tonight at 6:30 and they're playing Westport at 6, so there's a little confusion there with the paper, but the fans will be getting here shortly, I'm sure. I'm here with Staub Spiegel, and on the camera is Sam Castine. We'll be calling the action tonight. And Staub, were you down at the game in Westport?
Yes, I was. A little bit of a physical game. You can see this game starting off a little bit of a physical. We just have a trip already. But Chazy looked good. They always look good on a big, wide field, and tonight they're even getting a little bit of added bonus being on their own field. See if they can come through. They played a great game against these guys. I think the shots was about 25 to 5 or 6, so they really controlled the game. They just couldn't get many goals in. 4-1 victory though. The W was there, and we're going to see what they can do tonight. As you can see tonight, Jordan Spiegel's not in the backfield, so that might make a little bit of difference, but I'll tell you, Kenny Boyer's really stepped it up this year. Done a fantastic job for the Chazy Eagles, and just gets better and better every game. But with the return of Jacob Spiegel in the midfield, he's been out for 3 games with an injury, so we're getting back to our normal playing caliber. We're just missing Jordan at this point, I guess, and hopefully we can get ready for the playoffs.
Well, one other player that's out right now because of an injury from the game the other night against Bolton is Perry Latrimore, who's been playing very well this year. His leg is still bruised. But going back to the Westport game down in Westport, they had a very strong goalie. He played a very strong game for them. His name is Colin McIver, and that game could have easily been double digits for Chazy, but he made some spectacular saves, if you will. And Westport had a shining moment for early in the second half. If you remember, it was 1-0 at the half. Chazy couldn't penetrate Colin. He was playing very well, and they came out early in the second half and scored that first goal, and for a moment there they thought they could pull this game off.
Yes, I can remember that, Joey. It was a little frightening. I think that was the first time Chazy had been down this year to a 1-0 score, and I woke them up, I'll tell you. I mean, anytime Chazy's down, it's a kind of a little shock to their system, but they woke up in a hurry and they tied it up by halftime, and then by the second half a few more goals got into play, and yeah, things worked out well for them.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was like 3 goals in a 7-minute period, and it was definitely a wake-up call for Chazy, and they responded very well. Things I want to tell the fans about, when Jacob got hurt, they were hurting in the midfield, and Jacob is definitely the field general, as we like to call him here on Hometown Cable, controlling the field for Chazy. And Nolan Ryan, the striker, went to midfield and to take over for Jacob's spot. And even at the midfield position, Nolan was still finding the back of the net. And it's pretty amazing that he can go from striker to midfield and still be as productive as he is.
Well, Nolan's just a phenomenal player. You can play any position you put him in. Just so skilled, but his best position is obviously in the front of the line where we actually need him to put the goals in. But like you said, he played midfield. He still put goals in. So as long as we can keep him close to the goal, we're doing well.
Well, Coach McAuliffe is very lucky to have a deep bench. The kids can play many different positions, as we've seen in the last few weeks, because they went through a stretch where they played, I think it was 4 games in 5 or 6 days, and those weren't easy games that they played. I mean, they went to Potsdam on a cool Friday night, if I'm not mistaken, and it was playing a very tough Augsburg team, and we were out without Jacob and Jordan that night, and I think that was the game that Perry Latrimore got hurt in.
Yes, it was, Joey, and that's brutal on players. I mean, to go 4 or 5 days in a row, their bodies are sore, their muscles ache, and they did a phenomenal job. They when they ended up playing, who was it, with a 2-0 victory, Keene?
Bolton,
I'm sorry. And you could just tell they were not the team that normally shows up. They were very flat, but they were very sore, but they got the job done. The W is what counts, and they got it done.
Well, the ball is pushed in by Spiegel over to Stetson Fields, the goalie, and McIver going for it. And a beautiful save by McIver, and it looks like he hasn't missed a beat from the last time he played Chazy.
He's looking good. That was a nice save, I'll tell you. That was just need to be flipped over his head, but a wonderful save by the goalie for Westport.
Well, Stetson Fields is a very good striker, as well as Who just shot that? Evan Green just took a nice shot over on the far side. Nice play by Kyle LaFountain. And we got Jacob Spiegel, the field general. He controls that ball well. Deacon, one or two players there. Crosses the field over to Evan Green. It's intercepted by Westport. Pushed down. Trombley and Trombley chasing the ball down. Casey Trombley and Galen Trombley, and Casey Trombley sends it down, and it's out of bounds. Corey Ellis with the ball over to number 23, Nolan Ryan. If you have not had a chance to see Nolan Ryan play in real, live person, you got to come down and see it. It's definitely a treat. He's a very unassuming player. He gets the job done. And Staub, he's only 3 points away. We thought he broke the record down in Schroon Lake, but he's 3 points away from the all-time section score and leading record as a junior.
Wow, he's just going to crush the record, I think, and I mean, obviously he's got all next year to add to it. I don't think that record's going to be beat for probably another 15 years. I mean, I cannot imagine another player coming out and scoring as many goals as Nolan Ryan has consistently, game after game after game. I just can't imagine what kind of a player that person's going to have to be.
Well, what's even more impressive with the record that Nolan's about to break, and he could break it tonight, is that his freshman year he got hurt in a preseason tournament in Seton Catholic, and he was out for literally 10 games.
That's right, Joey. So, I mean, to be able to come back and to be that much of a heavy person on the field and that much control just says so much for Nolan and what he does for the team.
Well, Chazy's on the offense. Stetson Field pushes it over to Corey Ellis. A Russian Willsboro, but Westport defense. Shot by Corey Ellis, knocked out of bounds by Colin McGyver, the goalie. It will be a Chazy corner kick on the far side here. Chazy sets up.
Listen to me next time.
Ball is sent in, cleared out. Trombley is there. One thing about Casey Trombley, he will not back down. He's a strong kid, and you notice in the course of the game that a lot of times kids go down. Not that Casey's doing anything wrong, they just run into him, and he's a rock out there.
That's why we call him Casey the Wall Trombley. I mean, if you get in with Casey, I feel sorry for you because he's just so big and strong. You're going to go down. I mean, there's no moving that boy. He's so strong.
Well, Chazy had a couple chances. Good. The fullbacks for Westport just stood their ground. Some couple hard shots from Jason Baker and Nolan Ryan. You could hear the ball snapping back here. So I'm sure those boys must have a couple welts on them. Ryan almost got a beautiful pass over to Corey Ellis. And it should be Chazy ball. It is. Evan Green in with the throw-in. Sends it over to Corey. Corey looking around here, trying to find somebody open. Pushes it over to Baker, back to Ellis. Ellis around the 18, tries to send it in the box, and McGyver sends it back out with a header. Ellis chases it down, looking for opportunities, takes it through, taken away. And Westport coming in on the offense, trying to clear it up. It bounces off Trombley, headed back by Baker. Corey Ellis has the ball, goes wide, tried to hit Stetson Fields, but it went too far, and it goes harmlessly to McGyver, the goalie.
Yeah, I can see it. Corey Ellis has just got to make sure that he's got to pass a little bit more to his people. Be a little more consistent with the sharp passes right near the box there. That was a little bit far, but they get a little excited sometimes, and sometimes your physical abilities get ahead of you. But what a great player. Oh, what a shot by Casey Trombley.
Oh, my God. Wow. Casey Trombley from about 35 to 40 yards just rips a bullet into the upper left-hand corner. McGyver saw it come, but he really had no chance on that stopper. I'm losing my voice here. He had no chance on that.
Casey Trombley's been trying to do that all year long. I mean, his biggest problem has been all year is trying to keep the ball down. He's got to rock it for a foot, and if he gets it on line with a goal, it's very, very hard to stop. So, very, very nice goal by Casey.
And Jacob Spiegel, number 5.
Jacob Spiegel, first game back. The field general that he is, he gets the assist over to Casey Trombley, and 1-0. As well as Chazy played without Jacob, they are a much different team when Jacob is out there.
I think so. I mean, I hate to be biased being my son the way he is, but he is a phenomenal player. He's really come along in the last couple of years. He's gotten stronger, he's gotten quicker, taller. He's got some wicked ball handling skills, and it does make a difference out there for the teams. He's the guy that's in the middle, controlling the middle, setting up these guys that score, and he does a phenomenal job.
Well, when you look back over the last 2 weeks, what's I think equally impressive with Chazy is that they've gone ahead, won these games, haven't given up goals, and they haven't done it full strength. I mean, when you're missing a Jacob, a Jordan, a Perry Latrimore, those are key players on a team, and Coach McCullough retooled, put players in key positions, and they responded. And when you get this team at full strength, which they haven't been at in about 2.5 weeks, it could be very difficult for a lot of teams out there.
Yeah, it's Robs has got to be just, very, very happy. He's got that depth, and it's going to show what's coming in the future Chazy years, too. I mean, he's putting players in there that are going to be there next year and the year after, and these are young players. And to be able to put them into a starting role, it's very nerve-wracking for him. It's very nerve-wracking for them. But they've done a phenomenal job.
Well, this year, I mean, Chazy has a very strong team. I mean, that goes without saying with a 47, 48 game winning streak. But after this year, they're going to get hit hard by graduation.
Yes, they are, and it's going to be interesting to see how they come back. But I'll tell you, year after year after year, Chazy says we have to rebuild, and I don't know how they do it, but somehow everybody steps up, everybody gets bigger, everybody gets stronger. They practice during the summer, and they just somehow come out and they learn how to win.
Well, we're going to be losing basically the whole back line next year when we lose Kenny Boyer, Jordan Spiegel, and who's the third one back there?
Trombley.
Oh, Casey Trombley. So you lose 3 on the front, and then we lose Jacob as the field general that he is at the halfback position, and any other seniors out there for starters that we're losing. Evan Green. Evan Green is on the right striker position, and we lose him next year too. All right, well, we've been rattled on here, and 10 minutes have gone by. It is 1-0 Chazy on a beautiful goal by Casey Trombley from about 35 yards out. Chazy has been dominating the game. They have outshot Westport 4-0. There really has been no challenge to Jacob Beeman as of yet. But Chazy, when they keep the ball on the ground, they control the game.
And that's where they're at their best, Joey. When they can put the ball on the ground, like we've said many times, do the triangles. Just keeping the ball on the ground is so much easier to control than the ball in the air, and that's when they are sharp and do the short passes to each other. Like I say, the triangle. We'll see, you can watch them here.
Well, look at the passes there. You had Kenny Boyer over to Galen Trombley, who one time's to Jason Baker. You're looking at 4 or 5 passes at a time right there. And watch this. Casey will get the ball. He'll control. Looking around. He'll be passing to somebody. He's looking. He's going over to Stetson Fields. Fields making the move. He's got some space. This will be like a corner kick here. It goes across. Nolan Ryan heads it in. Or no, it was Ellis, and Ryan kicks it wide.
Oh, beautiful shot by Ryan. Just a little bit off. He was looking for the upper corner on that shot. A great attempt, though.
Well, look how that shot was set up. Casey Trombley goes down to the corner to Fields. Fields goes down, sends it across. Ball's headed by Ellis over to Ryan, who shoots it wide. There's 4 passes right there.
Yep, they're just a phenomenal passing team, and they work together so well.
Well, Westport, I think, has about a 500 record in the league. But on any given night, Westport can beat you. I mean, they're the type of team that they're strong, they're physical, they're fast, and you can't take them lightly, that's for sure. All right, the ball is cleared by Westport, but Kenny Boyer saves it. Trombley has it. He goes down, but back up. Handball on Trombley. Hits it trying to get back up. It is Westport ball. MacGyver tries to send it in, goes over the side of where Trombley is. 19 is Garrett McQueen, is what it looked like down there. Good give and go. Trombley breaking it up, trying to clear it. And Fields, MacGyver looking to load up, but Jacob Spiegel knocks it away, and a push on Jacob Spiegel. It will be a direct kick for Westport. MacGyver, he's their big gun, trying to put it through the ground on the wall, but the wall stops it. Controlled by Westport. Nolan Ryan has it. It's Nolan Ryan trying to get by this defender. Can Nolan get by him? Pushes it over to Ellis. Ryan goes back to the center of the net, looking for the cross, and there it is. Ryan just misses the header. Westport looking to clear it, and it's off Stetson Fields. It will be Westport throw-in. We are 26 minutes and 22 seconds left here in the first half. And Chazy has a 5-0 shots on net. Westport had to control the ball for about 30 seconds. Chazy is back controlling the ball with Spiegel sending it across over to Tremblay. Tremblay will trap, sends it up over to Ellis. Ellis trying to control the ball, but taken away from Westport. It goes out to Casey Tremblay, pushes it over to Tremblay, Galen Tremblay. They are not cousins, same last name, but not related at all. Ellis has the ball, pushes it over to Evan Green. Evan Green looking around, pushes it down to the wing. Russian Ellis going to get the ball. And they're calling a corner kick. Corner kick on the far side. Ellis setting up. And they are not going to do the short kick here. They're going to go for the traditional corner kick, if you will.
Let's get after it, White.
Beautiful cross into the center of the box, but cleared out, and Tremblay sends it wide. Casey Tremblay sends it wide. It will be a goal kick for Westport.
Hey, don't let sit back. Let's go.
Kyle LaFountain working for the ball. Ball pushed down. Casey Tremblay trying to outrun Garrett McQueen. He gets the ball, controls it. Tremblay controls it, trying to clear it. Ball's kind of wild right now. Tremblay shields the ball, does a nice job, sends it up to center field over to the right side to Ellis. Ellis gets the ball. He's looking to go center field with it. Ryan breaks to the right, passes over to Ryan. And a good defensive play on an on-Russian Adam Robert. Did a nice play there for Westport, clearing the ball stop.
Beautiful, beautiful pass by Corey Ellis. I mean, that was one of the nicest passes I've seen him do in a few games. That was right on target. It's just that Mr. Ryan was covered very heavily, but it was a really nice pass.
Well, there's a sight there. Jacob's anxious to be back. He tried a bicycle kick there, just missed out on it. Ooh, what a pass, and Ryan, whoa. Great save by Colin MacGyver.
What you see, Will? What you see?
Will MacGyver with the ball right now. He's pushing it down over to Garrett McQueen over on the right side. Kyle LaFountain trying to win the ball, and he knocks it away. MacGyver, the hustling MacGyver, and that would be not Colin, but Will, I think. Will MacGyver with the ball. And it's going to be a corner kick for Westport. Headed out by LaFountain. Good head out by LaFountain. It goes right back to Westport. And it's chipped back in. And headed over the net. It'll be another corner kick. But that was a nice chip in by Ben Sherman for Westport. A dangerous play. And I think Casey Tremblay headed out over the net. And it will be a Westport corner kick.
Yeah, it's a good defense on the part of Chazy. It was a little lucky, actually. That was a header that, I don't know, it looked like it was almost heading into the goal, so kind of lucky on Chazy's part, but we did get it out and over the goal, so we're safe on that one.
Well, they're being challenged here for the last minute or so. There's another ball. It's dangerous play. Every time you go in the box, it's dangerous. And it's kind of loose right now. MacGyver loads up. And Westport putting the pressure on. The ball goes wide. It will be a goal kick for Chazy. The shots on net are 6-0. Well, that's right. I mean, that ball was knocked over the net by Casey Tremblay. Oh, it is a shot on net. Okay, so it's 6 shots to 1 right now. We lead in the corner kick category 5-2. We're at the 22-minute mark. It's still 1-0 Chazy on a beautiful goal by Casey Tremblay. Handball called by Jim Lacey, I mean, and it'll be a direct kick for Chazy with Jacob Spiegel running up and Casey Tremblay taking the kick. He tried to hit Nolan Ryan, but number 24 for Westport, Zach Vanderhoff, intercepted the ball, and he goes up the wing to number 11, Zach Sherman. But the ball is controlled by Chazy. Casey Tremblay pushes it out to the wing to Kyle LaFountain. Kyle LaFountain has some space, and the ball goes to Stetson Fields on the deflection. Fields has some nice moves for a little guy, but some good defense by Westport. Stetson buckles his feet. Oh my, the ball went through MacGyver's hands, and Evan Green chipped it over the net. Westport dodged the bullet there, Staub.
Oh, Evan Green's going to sleep tonight very lightly thinking about that one. That was a wide open goal for him, and all he had to do was just kind of place it a little bit, but it's a lot easier said up here and watching it than doing it. So it was a nice attempt, but maybe next time.
Well, you know, Staub, as they say, I've never made a mistake sitting up here watching the game. You know, it's easy for us when we're sitting here nice and warm in this cozy booth that Sam sits in. And Jacob Spiegel, as we talk, drills it in the left-hand corner. Jacob Spiegel comes back, and he's got 3 points already, Staub.
Oh, it's nice to have him back. I enjoy watching Jacob play, and I'm sure Rob is happy to have Jacob back. It was a nice shot from way out. He likes to try those shots, too, like Casey, from way out, and he's had a little trouble this year keeping it down a little bit, but that one was right on the money.
Well, if I've seen any weakness from Colin MacGyver, it's high left for him, or high to his right, high right to him. He has trouble with them. Anything short and hard he seems to get to, but those long ones high and right, they've kind of surprised him tonight, and it's 2-0 Chazy. I'm not sure who the assist is from.
Number 5, Jacob Spiegel, and the assist by number 4, Evan Green.
Evan Green gets the assist. A nice 1-2 combination there. Evan Green to Jacob Spiegel, and it's Chazy 2-0 at the 20-minute mark. We're almost done the first half, or we're half part of the first half, with a 2-0 Chazy lead, and truly dominating the game up to this point.
Yeah, Joey, Chazy's looking pretty sharp tonight. They're definitely controlling this ball game. I thought that, and it's a long ways from over, but I thought Westport would come out a little bit more pumped up. They seemed like they were pumped up before the game started, but now with a couple goals down from Chazy, definitely disheartening. And but like we say, the game's a long ways from over, so we'll see what happens.
Well, you know, that they might have came out of the game pumped, ready to play, but the problem that you have is when Chazy controls the ball with their passing game, it takes them out of their game, and it doesn't take long to get discouraged when you can't get your foot on the ball. Now, we got a big game, you know, providing things work out for Chazy tonight. They're up 2-0, and providing they win tonight's game, they got a big game next Wednesday.
Yes, I'm really looking forward to that game, and that game's a must-win for Chazy. Obviously, if for some reason that they do lose it, they would be tied with E-Town, providing that E-Town wins the next couple games themselves, and then they'd have to play a playoff for basically the Mountain Valley League to be league champion. So Chazy definitely wants to win that one. It's not it's not that they have to win it. I mean, listen, you can still lose the league and still go into the playoffs and then win the playoffs. So, but it would be nice to, you know, obviously have all the crowns.
Good hustle, Garrett. Way to work. Way to work.
Well, talking about that game next week in E-Town,
Somebody help!
no, you're right. And it's going to be a big game because, I mean, we've seen all the games that Chazy has played, and we've seen all the teams. Chazy and E-Town are definitely the top two teams of this league this year. And barring an upset, I don't see E-Town losing another game. And I think there'll only be one game out playing Chazy next Wednesday.
Absolutely, Joey. And I'll tell you, E-Town always comes out, and they are pumped. Very good team, very fast team, very dangerous team up on the line. When they get the ball up, anywhere near the goal, you got to hold your breath and hope that the Chazy defense is going to be right on the money. But they're going to be pumped because also you got to look at it for E-Town. They have to win it.
They have to win it. They're going to be on their home turf. They're going to have a ton of fans there, and the Chazy faithful will be going down there too. As we know, the Chazy has a strong following for fans, but that should be a fun atmosphere next Wednesday, Staub.
Absolutely, looking forward to it, and it'll be a big crowd down in E-Town, I'm sure. A lot of rowdy fans down there that'll be cheering on both teams. It's going to be a lot of fun.
But before we get there, we got to worry about tonight's game. Chazy does have it in hand at this point, at least at this juncture of the game, 2-0, about 17 and a half minutes to go here in the first half. But you know, the E-Town game here, we were talking, Chazy was in control, and then E-Town scores a goal, and they start taking control of the game.
Yeah, we're going to have a little timeout here. I'm not sure what's going on, but Rob is talking to the refs, and
well, we got something developing here.
Must have dropped something. Somebody must have dropped that.
There was a rod, a metal rod on the field. Climb around the kick! I don't know if it came off the mower or whatever.
That's not good. We're hearing there was a metal rod on the field. That could be dangerous if somebody slid into that stuff.
Absolutely, Joey. Must be they were thinking it might have came off a lawnmower or whatever, but they found it. They picked it off.
All right, Chazy ball. Brad Hansen coming in for Evan Green. And Brad Hansen's again one of those players on offense that Chazy retools with that can find the back of the net on any given time. All right, we got the whistle. They're ready to start here. LaFountain pushes it in over to Baker. Baker tries to head it back and chips it over to Ryan. Ryan has the ball. Pushes it over back to Baker. Over to Trombley. Trombley controls. He finds Ellis. Ellis makes a nice move, gets by one defender. He's going down the right side. Over it, pushes it out over to Brad Hansen. Nice play. Hansen tried to get it in over to Baker, but knocked out, and it'll be Chazy throw-in. Brad Hansen for the throw-in. Baker has the ball. Knocked down, no foul call. We know, Texas has their football, and the North Country has their soccer. They talk about Friday Night Lights. Well, here we are, Friday Night Lights in Chazy on the 6th of October.
And it is a beautiful night. It's supposed to be a beautiful weekend this weekend. A long weekend this weekend, and hopefully the boys can get some rest and get healthy.
Well, after this, they're done now, I think, till Wednesday's game, right?
That's correct, Joey.
So these extra 4 or 5 days of rest will definitely help them retool, and they should be full strength, I would think, for the E-Town game on the 11th.
We hope so, and we're hoping that we can get Jordan Spiegel back in the lineup on the sweeper end. Definitely miss him, but I'll tell you what, these boys are doing well tonight. Kenny Boyer is doing a wonderful job back there, but we haven't got tested too much, thank God. Chazy keeping the ball in their end of the field most of the time. Defense hasn't had a lot of action, but they're doing a wonderful job so far.
Trombley on MacGyver. MacGyver keeps it in. Pushes it back over to 14, which is Ben Sherman. Sherman back to MacGyver. And it will be goal kick. MacGyver couldn't control it. Was it offsides?
Yes.
An offsides call. Staub has corrected me on that one. I thought it went out. Just under 15 minutes to go. 2-1 or 2-0 Chazy, 9-1 in shot stop. And Chazy is controlling the midfield, and a big part of that is because Jacob Spiegel is back. The ball has been tipped over to Corey Ellis. Non-Russian Nolan Ryan trying to get it up to him, and it was cleared out. Ellis tried to get Ryan, it just didn't get there. Brad Hansen has the ball, pushes it out to the wing to Baker. Jason Baker sends it to the center, and the ball is headed out from Westport.
Too wide! That's it, Good hustle, Josh. Good hustle. Good work.
Fountain over to Fields. Fields looking.
Quick! We restart quick!
I'm not sure.
Maybe an illegal throw, possibly.
Oh, that could be.
Give him wide. You got Will! Come on, Andy!
Casey Trombley over to Jason Baker, over to Brad Hansen. Brad's at midfield, pushes it back to Baker. There's that footwork or pass work we're talking about, Stop. Over to Ellis. Ellis has a feed. Ellis on a beautiful feed from Baker. An on-Russian MacGyver, and Corey Ellis puts the ball away. That was a beautiful goal, Stop.
Yes, it is. He's usually very good when it goes one-on-one in the net, and beautiful feed by Baker. Baker's done a tremendous job this year feeding players. He's got great foot skills, and he's got some nice passing skills, and that was just a beautiful feed to Corey Ellis.
You know, we've talked about Jason Baker before. Last year as a freshman, he started out on that championship team out on the left fullback position as a freshman, so he had a lot of experience there. But again, Chazy lost some key players in Corey Lewis and Justin Seymour as far as the offensive threats. And so Jason Baker comes up at the midfield position where
14, Corey Ellis, and assisted by number 16, Jason Baker.
All right, so he comes in at the halfback position to fill in for Corey Lewis and has done a phenomenal job at that position as a sophomore.
Yes, he has. I really like him in that position. Like I say, he's fast, he's got some skill on the feet, and he's got a good shot. I'll tell you, when he's out at the 18-yard line, if he lets one rip, you better be ready, because he scored a few goals out there this year.
Well, you know, I can see him actually going back to the defensive position next year with all the defensive players they're losing. It wouldn't hurt them. I could see Baker into Jordan Spiegel's position.
That's very possible. Like you say, he's got some speed, and that's a position that you definitely need a lot of speed. Someone to get right back in a hurry.
Plus, he's a tough kid. I mean, he looks wiry out there, but he's a tough kid out there, and he's not afraid to mix it up to get to the ball. He's not afraid to go after it, and I think that's with his. He's a hockey player, and you know, hockey players like, oh my God, who just missed that? Was that Stetson? Stetson just missed the goal. It was almost 4-0. It's currently 3-0. 12:44 to go in the first half. Shots on nets are 11-1 to Chazy, and they are controlling this game much better than they did down in Westport.
Absolutely, Joey. Stetson just had a great opportunity, and actually he was not trying to rocket the ball. He was just trying to place it, but just couldn't find the back of the net.
Ryan sends it over to Brad Hansen. Hansen has the ball, pushes it over to Baker. Baker pushes it over to Fields. It gets by him, but back to Baker. And knocked away by Westport, controlled by number 23 for Westport, which would have been Nathan Gay. Evan Green calls for the ball. Almost a perfect pass from Spiegel. Ball's headed back over to the corner. Kyle Fountain has the ball at the 18-yard line, sends it into the box. Baker, point blank shot right at the goalie. Good feed by LaFountain. And again, the good ball movement by Chazy. Casey Trombley chests it over, controlled by Green. Ryan one-times it back to Baker. Baker has the ball with an on-Russian Westport player, number 23, Nathan Gay, coming on him. Trombley's got it, Galen Trombley. Ball's knocked away. Trombley goes in, tries to disrupt the play and clear it out, and Kyle LaFountain has it up. MacGyver and LaFountain hustling for the ball. MacGyver's a tough guy. MacGyver sends a dangerous pass over. Oh, what a header. Nice header and a dive in Jacobs Beeman. And he did that against Bolton too, Staub.
Oh, that was a beautiful save right there. I'll tell you, that was a gorgeous head. I'm not sure who it was on Westport, but that was right at the net and a gorgeous save by Beeman.
Well, as the season has progressed, you can see Beeman getting his confidence every game. His confidence is a little bit more than it was the previous game, and he's making some nice saves. Not getting many shots on him, but there have been some quality shots this year, and he's been up to the task.
Absolutely, Joey. He's in the last few games, he made some phenomenal stops, and I mean, diving saves really come a long way.
Well, it's Westport ball. We're down to almost 10 minutes here in the first half, and it's 3-0 Chazy. 12-2 in shots they lead, and in the corner kick category they lead 5-2, which means they leave in all categories. And another low shot, and Beeman is down on the ground, saves it. That was a shot by number 14, which was Ben Sherman, led a low shot to the right-hand side of Beeman. He made a nice dive and play, punts it up to midfield. Ryan trying to get to the ball. Chazy looking to control it, but Westport does. Kenny Boyer and Casey Trombley says, let's just clear it out and regroup here for a minute. The ball was getting a little like a hot potato out there, Stop. It was a little wild there for a second.
Yeah, that's a good play by Trombley. I mean, you don't want to get the ball down in their end in a mad rush, so it's good just to clear it out. Everybody was a little bit unorganized there, so get reorganized and get back into it.
All right, we're back to the action, and LaFountain sends it in toward the booth here. But harmlessly bounces away from us. Coach McAuliffe wants Chazy to pick it up. Westport has controlled it here for the last 30 seconds or so, maybe the past minute. And it's almost like Chazy is kind of content with a 3-0 lead right now, Staub.
It looks like they're a little bit flat right now for the last few minutes. But they need to crank it up a little bit. It would be nice to get 4 or 5 before the half. You got to give hats off to the Westport team. They've, the defense has done a pretty good job with keeping the score down to 3-0 so far. They've had a lot of opportunities. Chazy's had a couple of point-blank range shots, and their goalie's made a couple of very, very good stops. Here comes another break for Chazy.
Well, Westport in that span had a couple nice shots, and Jacob Beeman was up to the task to make those saves and to preserve the shutout up to this point. We have a break in the action. Stetson Fields coming off, and Corey Ellis going on. And Brad Hansen thought it was him, but no, he's staying in the game. But I think overall at this point, I think Coach McAuliffe should be pleased with the boys' effort so far this first half, Stub.
Well, they're doing a very nice job. They're definitely controlling the play. We get Nolan Ryan. Isn't he amazing? Look at the football ski. Oh, there's a little trip. And was that called? Or yes, he got the call.
Did he get the call, or is it a corner?
He got a tripping call.
Yep, they got the call. Okay, so Chazy has a direct kick. Westport will set up the wall. Colin MacGyver trying to yell directions to his defense. And there it goes. Oh. Ball sent to Ellis, and he kicked the field goal there, Staub.
Yeah, Ellis is he's a wonderful player. When he keeps that ball down, he just got to learn to lean over the ball a little bit more in those situations, and that'll come with experience.
Well, the ball is at midfield right now, controlled by Chazy. Jacob Spiegel has the ball with on-rushing Westport players, but he just kind of keeps the ball on his feet, controls the play, and just like that, he pushes it over to Evan Green. Evan Green looking to send it across. He does. It's in the box. It's always dangerous in the box. Ooh. Trombley controls it. Over to Baker. They go back outside over to Jacob Spiegel. Trombley to Baker. Baker to Spiegel. Spiegel sends it into the box. Ryan goes up for it. Evan Green, yep, for a push. Yep, that would be true. That would be a good call there. Evan was aggressively going after that ball and pushed the Westport defender, and it would be Westport kick. But Chazy controls it with a Casey Trombley header into the box, and on rushing Corey Ellis just goes wide. And it will be a corner kick for Westport. We are at 6 minutes and 25 seconds left in the first half. Chazy's ahead 3-0 and have controlled the game throughout. There was a spurt there for a little while where Westport had a couple good opportunities, and Jacob Beeman was up for the task, making a couple nice saves. And it will be Chazy ball.
That's Benny. F, get in. Yeah. Hey, who you marking there, Vanderhook? The guy who just ran across the field?
Ball is sent in. And Westport controls it. MacGyver. Oh, they wanted him to send it down long to Garrett McQueen, but MacGyver didn't see him. But MacGyver, he's all over the field. He's on the left side, right side, center of the field. He is their big playmaker. Oh, wow, there was a shot that just went over the net, but I think Beeman was there, though, Stop.
I think he didn't think it was going to be quite that close. I thought that ball was actually in the net, to be honest with you. It went over his head. I was like, oops, there's one.
It was scary for looking up here, but harmlessly went over the net. And it will be a goal kick for Jacob Beeman. We're down to the 5-minute mark here in the first half. Stetson Fields looking to come back into the game. He'll either sub probably for Evan Green or Brad Hansen, I'm thinking, because Corey Ellis just went into the game. Hansen with the ball now, doing nice footwork, sends it down to the wing over to Ellis. Ryan runs to the center of the field. Ellis looking to get in there, but knocked away, and it should be a corner kick, and it is. Corner kick going into the box. We hear the buzzer, and Brad Hansen is coming out.
What's that? Go ahead.
Stetson Fields comes in. Stetson goes to the left side. He sends Evan Green over to the right side. Chazy is sending everybody up except Kenny Boyer.
Go get some.
Boy, Stab, you hate to see a corner kick wasted like that.
Yes, we do, and like we say, that comes with experience. Like we say, Corey, he's a really a good player. He does very, very well on the breakaways. Just got to get his passes a little sharper, and you can't, like you say, you can't waste those corner kicks. Those are free kicks. You got to make sure they're in play, and somebody has an opportunity to either head the ball or take a good shot off on them.
Exactly, but Chazy controls the ball, so I guess there's no real harm done. Ball sent inside, but cleared up high, and LaFountain looking to head it. He does. Stetson Fields tried to jump over the guy, but he had to jump twice to get over him. That guy's pretty tall over there. Casey Trombley goes far side over to Evan Green. Evan lets the ball bounce, controls it, now sends it in, and another high shot from Evan Green. That's like 2 or 3 times this game that Evan has just got the ball a little too high, Stab.
Yeah, these boys, I think that if you watch professional soccer, that I would say that 90% of the time, the best shots that you can make are low and hard. It's very, very hard for a goalie to stop low shots. They either got to dive for it or, use their feet one way or another, but it's very difficult to stop a low, hard shot. And when the ball's in the air, it's much easier for them to grab. A lot of these guys are basketball players too, so it gives them a little opportunity to use their basketball skills.
That's a good point. You always do want to keep it low when you're going on a goalie. And Ellis sends in another one. He can finish inside if he's left alone.
Yes, he can.
Beautiful play, and that's 2 for Ellis tonight. It's 4-0. Jacob Spiegel has the other one, as well as Casey Trombley, and it's 4-0. We're ready to hear who the assist came from.
And it's nice, Joey, to see that. I mean, as wonderful a player as Nolan Ryan is, that we have some depth, and he's been very quiet tonight. He hasn't been on the board yet, and it's nice to see we have some players that can put that ball in net. Besides Ryan, and we can't always depend on him. So it's really very nice to see some other players getting on the board tonight.
Well, you're right. Nolan Ryan has been a little quiet tonight, but that's probably more so because Westport's done a good job defending him. But you're right. Chazy has a lot of firepower. You got Ellis, as we've seen, Spiegel, as we've seen. We got Stetson Fields, Jason Baker, Brad Hansen. All those guys can find the back of the net, and they're very strong when it comes in. They're in the 18-yard line. They can find the back of the net.
Absolutely, Joey, and that's what makes them so tough. And when you're scoring an average of about 6 goals per game, I mean, that's pretty scary for another team. You can't focus on one player because there's 5 other ones or 6 other ones that are going to pound you in the net. So it's just wonderful to have that kind of depth.
Well, it's funny because I'm looking, as you're talking, I'm looking out in the field. There's literally every halfback and every forward can score for Chazy. They're all scorers. I mean, how do you stop 7 guys?
It's impossible, and that's why Chazy's so strong. Just a phenomenal front line, a phenomenal defense, and I mean, their record shows.
Well, what are we at now, Stab? Is it 48 games? Is tonight number 49 if they win this one?
I believe so. I'm not positive, but maybe Mrs. Ryan can help us out. Is this going to be number 48 or 49 for Chazy?
50 will be Westport, so it'll be 49.
This will be number 49.
This will be number 50?
I mean, E-Town.
Okay, so if Chazy wins tonight, it'll be number 49, and the E-Town game will be their 50th consecutive victory if they can pull that off down in E-Town, which will be next Wednesday, October 11th. Won't mean much to you viewers out there because the game will have come and gone at that time before this is aired. But we're under 1 minute left here in the first half. A very dominating performance from Chazy. They're ahead 4-0. Outshot them 13-4 and 6-2 in corner kicks. A total domination here in the first half for Chazy. Other than Westport did have a couple minutes there in the first half.
Absolutely, they're doing a phenomenal job. They should be very happy. 4-0 lead right now, I guess. Is that right? Yes. We predicted maybe. We didn't know how this game was going to go, but we kind of predicted a 5-0 game. We'll see how good we are here. We called the odds maker down in Vegas today, and we got their opinion, and they came up with 5-0 Chazy win. We'll see how much money we can make tonight.
We're down to the final 10 seconds, and there's a Casey we know. There's a beautiful high shot. The first half will come to an end with Chazy leading 4-0.
Welcome back to George Brendler Field. It is the second half action. Chazy Eagles against the Westport Eagles. Chazy with a commanding 4-0 lead. Just starting action here. We got a push on number 4 for Chazy. Westport ball. Nolan Ryan trying to get control of the ball. Controlled by number 12 for Westport, which is Sean Davis. Broken up by Green. Green looking for somebody to open. Controlled by Westport though. Westport with a little shove there. Didn't get called by the ref, but still in control of the ball. Nice passing by Westport at this point. Coming out, and they definitely are taking control so far in this half, but it's early. A little more control by Westport though this time. What do you think, Joey, of the first half?
Well, it was definitely a domination with Chazy Staub. It's 2 beautiful goals by Corey Ellis. The first goal was by Casey Trombley from about 35 yards in the upper left-hand corner. And Jacob Spiegel came back, did the same thing, upper left-hand corner, gave him a 2-0 lead. So it was 4 goals. And then having Jacob back, I mean, he has a goal and 2 assists. You know, he's been injured the last 3 days, comes back in the first half, picks up 4 points, which is pretty impressive. Chazy totally dominated with the shots on net and the corner kicks as well.
What is Westport going to have to do to win this game tonight? Do you think there's any possibility for them to come back, tie this game up and make it a game, or is Chazy just going to blow this thing away?
Well, I don't see Westport winning this game now. Chazy's just too dominant. But can Westport come and score a goal? Yeah, they can. I mean, it's possible. They had a couple of nice shots in the first half that could have been goals. But Jacob Beeman was up to the task, made some nice saves. But realistically, I don't see them having any chance to win this game tonight.
Nice shot by Nolan Ryan. Nice shot from probably about the 25-yard marker, just over the net. It's a goal kick by Westport. Controlled by Fields. Fields over to Spiegel. Spiegel goes over to Green. Green looks to the side. He's got Trombley. Trombley up the right wing. Looking for a pass, crossing it in. Nice defensive move by number 27, I believe, for Westport.
Kenny, keeper, Kenny.
Number 13.
Come on, concentrate, keep your head in.
Chazy controlling the ball now. Spiegel in the middle. Looks for Evan Green. Spiegel looks open. He's got Corey Ellis up front. Looks to his right. He's got Green down the right side line. Green looking to cross it. Crosses in left foot. Nice move. Looking for somebody open. Spiegel has got it. He'll probably take a rocket shot. No, he gives it up. He gives it to Kyle Fountain. Kyle Fountain crosses it in. Nice little tapper, but Evan Green gets a tap on it, and it is controlled. The goalie kind of tapped it out, so it's going to be a corner kick by Chazy, and Corey Ellis will take the corner kick. Nice header by Spiegel, just misses. Outside, controlled by Kyle LaFountain. Westport coming down, threatening on the Chazy defense. Haven't seen too much of this tonight. Nice moves by, who's that, number 6? It's hard to see the numbers from up here. Oh, here comes a little break. Jacob Spiegel, he's maneuvering right, maneuvers left. He's got Corey Ellis open. Here comes Nolan Ryan, though. Nolan Ryan dancing right, dancing left, but they got him boggled up right down at the 12-yard line. Number 15 for Westport brings it down. Adam Robert. Here comes Baker. Baker looking for Ryan, can't feed him. Brought out by number 10, Tanner Carroll. And looks like we've got a foul on Chazy, going to be a Westport kick. Kind of back and forth action in the second half, Joey. Not any serious scoring threats yet, but nice back and forth action.
Well, Westport is a talented team. They're big guys. They're fast guys. But they're going up against they're going against the best team in the state in Chazy. I mean, they're two-time defending state champions. I mean, if you look at the paper, Westport does well against the other teams. All good games, close games, and a lot of the games they are winning. But this isn't the normal team that they're playing tonight. I mean, they're two-time state champions, and they control the ball well. And here you go again. Evan Green goes high and long, but Chazy's just not your normal team, Staub.
No, they're not, Joey, and we can't let anybody forget that they are ranked number 1 in the whole Class D amongst Class D schools, and that's quite a tribute. I mean, that's ranked. The coaches get together and actually rank who they feel is the number 1 team based on what other coaches see, in play. And I mean, I'm not sure how many goals Chazy has this year. Like we say, they average about 6 goals per game. Their total has got to be in the 60s right now, high 60s. Just a phenomenally scoring team. Lots of talent out here. A lot of people that can put it in the back of the net. They definitely like to control the game. At this point, Jacob Spiegel goes over to Trombley. Trombley looks right to Green, but he finds Corey Ellis instead. Ellis dribbles up. He's got Nolan Ryan running up, but no way to get it to him. Chazy ball on the outside. Green into Ryan. Ryan, number 23. Got a little piece of his shoulder on it. They're going to call that a handball. Ryan doesn't agree with it, but it'll be Westport kick. I don't think Rob really liked that call either, but he'll have to live with that one too. It's Chazy ball. Trombley looking at the middle of the field to LaFountain. LaFountain looking downfield. Just a little bit far for Ryan, but Ryan can sneak in there. No, he doesn't. Back to Ryan now. Ryan, oh, what a nice feed to Corey Ellis, but just a little bit too close to him. Kicked out of bounds by Westport. Going to be inbounded by Stetson Fields.
The first half they kept Nolan Ryan. He's been pretty quiet here in the first half. And the Staub, I think tonight you'll see him in the second half get a goal or two. And the Chazy faithful are hoping he breaks the scoring record tonight, but right now he's been shut down.
Does he have an assist tonight yet, Joey? I don't think so, does he? I mean, he's been really, really quiet tonight as far as any kind of points at all. So he may not break it tonight, but you never know with Nolan. I mean, he goes in streaks, and within a 5-minute span, he can put 2 or 3 away on you in a hurry. So you just can't tell.
Well, we saw that in the E-Town game when it was 1-1 at the half, and Coach McAuliffe had a very inspirational halftime talk for the boys, and Nolan Ryan came out with 3 goals that would have made any highlight film on any ESPN show, and he did that like in about a 7-minute span. So you're right, he's very explosive and he can do anything at any time.
Back to the action. We got Westport controlling, but Chazy breaks it up, and it's back to Galen Trombley, number 24 on the right side. Back to Baker. Baker looks for Green but finds Ellis. Number 14, Corey Ellis, looking for Ryan. Nice feed. Ryan get there before the goalie. Oh, just a little bit ahead of him. Nice save by the goalie. And it's kicked out of bounds by Chazy. Colin MacGyver definitely getting his hands filled tonight with a bunch of shots on net. He did let 4 in, but they were rocket shots. I don't know if any goalie in the league could save some of these goals. Doing a very good job, though. Casey Trombley breaks it up. Here comes Ryan, number 23. Don't let him loose because he's going to turn it up and you'll be gone. Ryan looks for Spiegel, can't find an opening. Back to Baker. Baker up the line. Spiegel playing up on the front, taking Ryan's position but backs off. Here comes an opportunity for Ryan. If he lets it go, here's a shot. Just wide. Ryan look a little frustrated out there. He wants a goal. He can taste it now. It's been a long time for him without scoring, and a long time for the fans without seeing him score, but I'm sure he's getting hungry at this point. Jacob Spiegel out. Heads the ball, broken up by number 11, Zach Sherman. Here comes Spiegel, and when Spiegel's down, back up again. Controlled by the midfield. Oh, here's a break by Westport. Number 19, razzling and dazzling, but Casey Trombley breaks it up.
Attaboy, Zach. Way to try.
A lot of midfield action right here. Jacob Spiegel heads it over to Baker. Baker controlling, looking for Ryan. Ryan, and he's saying to Corey Ellis could be alone again. Here he shoots. Nice shot, low and hard, but saved by the goalie for Westport.
Colin MacGyver.
I wonder if he's a relative to the MacGyver on the TV show. Seems like he's always got something up his sleeve. Trombley back to Green. Evan Green brings it down the right-hand line. Looking for somebody open. Dribbles left, dribbles right, gotta look for a feed. Here goes Green, looks for the cross, no good. Controlled by Trombley down at the 18-yard line. Here's an opportunity for a head, but nobody there. Oh, saved by MacGyver just over the goal. That'll give Chazy a corner kick. Thought he was just going to grab that one, but decided to just bop it over the net, Joey.
Well, it was a harmless shot, it looked like, but actually when it got closer, it was a very dangerous shot because that was going to go into the crossbar, and MacGyver smartly knocked it over the net. That had been a goal by Trombley.
Corner kick by Chazy, and it's out, and we'll do it all over again. Corey Ellis one more time. Ellis, a nice corner kick this time, looking for a header. Chazy boys are in there, but a nice save by the defense for Westport. Westport brings it down the right side. A long ride for number 18, it looks like, for Westport, which is, no, it's not 18. I couldn't get his number. Gonna have to get some bifocals here to see the numbers out here. Little foggy. Spiegel at the midfield. Number 5 looking right for Fields, but Fields outplayed by the Westport player. Kenny Boyer mishandles it. Picked up by the goalie. Beeman with a save.
You don't see Kenny Boyer fan on too many shots. He did on that one, but Beamer was there, and it was a harmless play.
Kicked out by Westport. It'll be Chazy ball. Trombley will inbound. Looks in, looks for Ryan. Ryan feeds Corey Ellis, number 14. Ellis goes left, goes right. He dribbles down. He's being pushed. They both go down, and no call. Wow, surprising no call by Rob. Cannot believe that one. I mean, that was definitely a push, but not called. Let's listen in, ladies and gentlemen. I guess he's not going to say any more.
You're right. It's a foul.
Number 5, Spiegel looks up midfield to Trombley. Trombley just slips a little bit. Spiegel's got control. Back to Baker. Baker, nice ball handling by Chazy. Look at this passing going on. Unselfish passing. Oh, Ellis just couldn't find Ryan on that one. Ryan was looking for a break. Ellis with the ball, dancing around, takes a long shot over the net. No good. Joey, what do you think? Ellis has a lot of time there. I think he could have taken his time a little bit and fed Nolan Ryan. Nolan was just going on a break. He just got to look up a little bit more. And like we say, that'll come with experience. He's still a young player. There again, you got players that are open, and he's taking some tough shots. But it comes again. It's going to come with experience. Next year, he and Nolan are going to be on the line again, and they work so well together. And he just needs to be a little bit sharper on those balls.
Well, Stab, you have to understand you're getting deep into the second half right now. The kid's been running around for 60 minutes. You get tired out there. It's easy for us to sit up here, and we're up here watching the game from a high level. When you're down there with players on your back, you react. You got split seconds to make decisions. Could he have tried to get to Ryan? Yeah, maybe, but you do what you can do out there, and sometimes he sees them, sometimes he doesn't. But when you get tired, you do some different things out there.
Nice passing by Chazy. Look at this. Is about the 5th pass in a row. Let's make that number 6. Just a phenomenal passing team. There's number 7. 7 passes in a row. Not broken up yet. Dribbling in, still in control. There we go. Broken up by Westport. 7 passes in a row. Nobody, Westport is going to have to be, a lot more attacking if they're going to challenge this team at all.
Well, Staub, you hit it right on the head. You get 7 passes. How do you control the game? You don't. The team that controls the passes, controls the game. Chazy is well known for that. And Westport can't even get into their offense because they can't get the ball.
Very true, Joey. Ellis had another nice try, nice attempt on the goal. That was a nice shot. A little bit high. Just got to lean over the ball a little bit, get her a little bit lower. And we got a call against Chazy. I guess they're going to have them redo the goal kick. Not sure what the call was, but we're going to do it again. 24-28 left in this game. Chazy ahead 4-0. 20 shots for Chazy on goal, 4 shots for Westport Eagles. Number 19 for Westport, Garrett McQueen, trying to control, headed down the field up to number 14, which is Ben Sherman. Little pass by number 11 again, which is trying to get these neighbors playing. Zach Sherman again. Back to Fields for Chazy. Chazy controlling. Baker. Everybody heading up for Chazy. Here come the Eagles. The Eagles are soaring. Here comes Green. He's got a couple guys open. He's not sure where to go with it here. We got Stetson Fields right near the net. Here we go. Oh! Nice save by MacGyver, I'm sorry. Chazy playing just a wonderful defense, Joey, tonight. I mean, Westport really has had maybe 1 or 2 real good opportunities. A couple good saves by Beeman, but other than that, been very quiet down in Beeman's end.
Well, Chazy does have a strong defense. Whatever chances that Westport has had, and there's a hat trick for Corey Ellis. Took it in, and he's deadly when he's one-on-one like that. Can finish the ball, kept it on the ground. It was just a beautiful goal. I'm not sure who the feed was coming from, but a phenomenal goal. I say phenomenal goal, a good goal from Corey Ellis, and it's 5-0. And actually, Nolan Ryan does get the assist, so Nolan is now 2 points away from the all-time record in Section 7.
So we're looking for him to tie the record tonight, maybe with a goal. If he gets a goal here, he'll tie the record. It's 2 points, correct?
That's my understanding. He was 3 points behind, so he's 2 points now. A goal will tie it. Goal and assist, he'll break the record. But going back to the defense, whatever chances that Westport had, Chazy has that swarming defense, and they just shut him down, control the ball. 3-4 passes, they're back to midfield, not the offensive position. We got a couple subs coming in right now for Chazy with Bradley Hansen and Kyle Reynolds.
And that's smart thinking on Rob's part. I mean, Chazy's ahead 5-0, 22 minutes left in the game. I want to try to keep the players, from getting hurt at this point. With a 5-0 lead, it's very comfortable. You definitely want to save your players for next week's big game against E-Town. E-Town is going to be a sharp team next week. They're going to be pumped up, ready to go against Chazy, and got to try to keep people as healthy as we can.
There's no doubt about it, but one thing is with Westport, they're a very physical team. So I think Rob's doing it the right way, bringing a couple players in at a time. As the clock winds down, you'll see him bring more and more players in as he feels comfortable that the game is in control.
Ryan up to the right side for Green. Green looks up for Ellis. Ellis with 3 goals tonight, the hat trick. Looks to his left, looks to the right, dribbles right. He's going to shoot. Before you know it, he's going to shoot again, and there's a goal.
Oh my!
Nice score by Corey Ellis.
That was left foot stop, left foot shot. That was a beautiful shot by Corey Ellis. Left foot found the side of the net. He has 4 goals tonight. He's having a career night.
Yes, he is, Joey. I mean, that was a beautiful shot. Left foot shot, like you say. No chance for the goalie on that one. When Corey Ellis gets down in the box, he has a nose for the goal as far as he wants to shoot it. He wants to score. He loves to score. He'll do anything he can to score. Sometimes he's got incredible skills, and when you give him any kind of an opening, he's gonna put it in the box.
But Staub, you have to have players that want to finish the play. Often you see players out there and they're afraid to take the shot and they're passing it off. You need somebody with the killer instinct, and Corey Ellis does have the killer instinct, and he's proven that tonight.
Back to the action. Westport takes control. Broken up by Ellis. Is just hungry tonight. You can see.
Corey Ellis and assisted by number 4, Evan Green.
So Evan Green gets the assist on that one. Scored by Ellis. Number 4 for him tonight. Just having a career night here tonight. Oh, and I'll tell you what, Ryan sets him up one more time. He's hungry again. He drills it just right of the goal. You can see that Ellis just wants to light that board up all night long tonight. But I'll tell you what, you got to give credit to the players in back of him that are setting him up. I mean, Nolan Ryan just had a beautiful pass to him again. Very unselfish player. These guys are wonderful at setting up each other and being unselfish and just getting the points on the board. Baker, back to Ellis. Ellis dribbles, loses control, back to Baker. Baker looking for Ellis again. He's going in again. He's right, he's left. Oh, just a little bit shy of Baker. Here's a shot. And what a save by McGuire. Kyle Reynolds just got in the game and had a beautiful shot, Joey.
Stop. That's the beauty of the Chazy team that we see out here. They're very unselfish, and it's that unselfish play that leads to the average of 6 goals a game, and here we are again tonight with 6 goals. But it's pushing the ball around like that. It's finding the open guy, and you get 6, 7, 8 passes. You have to acknowledge the person that gets you the ball, because without somebody feeding you the ball, you aren't going to score the goal.
That's right, Joey, and I'll tell you, the odds makers were right on the money tonight, just a little bit shy. They were predicting a 5-0 game, according to the Staub Spiegel and Joey Trombley odds making at Vegas, and they're actually ahead 6-0 at this point. 20 minutes, 17 seconds left in the game, 6-0 Chazy. Shots on goal, 23 for Chazy and 4 for Westport at this point. Baker at the half field, looking for Reynolds. Reynolds brings it up, looking for Ryan. Ryan controls. He moves left, moves right. He's moving in. Almost tripped. He's still going though, still on his feet. Here comes Ryan. Here comes Ryan. Oh, passing it over. He was looking for an opportunity to just let it go. Here comes Baker with a shot just over the nets. And we're going to have a sub coming in. We have Jason Racine going in, and Stetson Fields, and Matt Osher, number 7.
Yep, here comes off Jacob Spiegel. What a return game for Jacob Spiegel. 3 points, I think, maybe 4 points. You have Casey Trombley, rock solid back there. Corey Ellis coming off the field now with a career night with 4 goals. Just a great effort. Coaches congratulating Corey on that left-footed shot on his 4th goal, which was pretty impressive. Trombley looking to make a move, and he does. Over to Stetson Fields, out of bounds. Westport ball, or Chazy ball.
All right, back to the action. Fields controls, looking for Trombley. Trombley, number 24, back to Fields. Fields looks up. He's dribbling up. This guy's got some wheels, I'll tell you. When Stetson Fields gets a hold of the ball, he dances, he prances. He looks like Muhammad Ali out there with a soccer ball, Joey.
Stop. He floats like a butterfly. He stings like a bee. That's Stetson Field. He's number 10. He wished he was 3.
I'll tell you that, Joey, he's a poet and he doesn't know it.
But you're right about Stetson Fields. We're having a little fun up here, but he's only a sophomore. And can you imagine his junior and senior year, as phenomenal as a player as he is at a sophomore stage?
And he's not a big player. He's just a very fast, fancy footwork player. I mean, he is right out there with the best of them. He's not a tall player by any means, but he's got some wheels and he's got some foot skills that are just so much fun to watch.
Well, Staub, over the years, and we've both seen it, he has buckled many a big guy's knees with his foot moves. You know, they go left, he goes right, and next thing they don't know what's going on, and their knees are buckling. It's actually kind of funny to watch up here.
Back to the action. Ryan finds number 7. Back to Baker. Baker looks up for Fields. Taken down for Reynolds. Reynolds. Oh, he looks like he was tripped, but no call. No call. I noticed the refs have been letting quite a few of these little trips go tonight, and a lot of pushing going on. It's kind of unusual. Usually they call the games a little tighter, but they're out there on the field calling the game, so we can't take that away from them.
Well, you wonder, Staub, with the 6-0 lead, they see the calls, but they're kind of figuring let them play on. You know, Chazy's dominating 6-0. Let's not put salt into the wound, is what I'm thinking.
That could be right, Joey, and I know you're a good thinker. Reynolds going to be taken a direct kick in the box. Taken by Racine, but nowhere to go. Racine's a big boy. Played defense for Chazy most of the year and has done a wonderful job. Here comes Chazy and number 22 for Westport. Trying to get control. Will MacGyver, actually.
Baker. Good boy, Andy. Good hustle. Good job, Andy.
Westport ball, number 33 for Westport, sends it in. Travis Turnbill gets number 10, pokes it ahead. No one there to help. Back for Chazy. And here comes Will Souza. Souza up to number 6, Justin Guerin. Justin Guerin scoring his first varsity goal a couple games ago on a penalty kick. It's a big thrill for him, Joey.
Well, it's nice to see a senior like Justin Guerin get a goal. He gets into the game about 10 or 15 minutes to play. He plays very, very hard, puts a lot of effort out there. And the whole bench and coach was very happy to see him score that goal. He deserved it because he's really played hard out there the times that he's been there, and he's come close so many times.
And we're just upset because Angela Spiegel, mother of Jacob and Jordan Spiegel, had told Justin Guerin that if he did score a goal and she was present, that she was going to meet him at half field and give him a kiss. And she had just missed the game, and I'll tell you, she's had nightmares every night since because she wanted to be there. And she's very upset that she didn't get that chance to kiss him. And but listen, it happened, and he did a phenomenal job. He had a great penalty kick, from what I understand.
Well, I think what Angela should do, since she wasn't at the game, is give the guy a gift certificate at Plattsburgh Homestead. It's the least she can do for the guy. The guy scored a goal. Maybe not get a kiss, but get a free lunch or dinner.
I think that'd be a really nice idea. I'm going to mention it to her. I got some pull over there myself, and I'll see what I can do for him. Chazy controlling the ball, 6-0 here in Chazy. 15:06 left in the game. Shots on goal so far: Chazy 24, Westport 4. Chazy threatening in the box, no one there. Westport brings it down, number 30. He's got some room, but broken up by Mr. Kenny. And Mr. Reynolds, number 21, brings it down the left side. He looks forward, dribbles right, sends it in the middle. Hanson there, dribbles right here, got an opportunity, shoots, and he scores!
Oh, yeah. What I tell you about Brad Hanson being able to finish the play, there you saw it. The stop, what's equally impressive is the second reserves have gone in, and they've been dominating the game.
Yes, they have, Joey, and that's got to make Rob feel pretty good for next year. I mean, this is the team of the future right here, and still to be able to get on the board, they're controlling the game, controlling the tempo, doing very well. 7-0, Chazy. 25 shots on net now, Joey, with only 4 for the Westport Eagles.
Well, you're right about that. For these guys to come off the bench, control the game and score, it just shows you how deep Chazy really is with their team.
Back to the action. Westport tees off. Number 22 trying to get ahead on it. Could not control. Back to Kyle Reynolds. Reynolds finds his player, number 18, Hanson, who just scored that goal. Will Smith just kicks it a little bit. Here comes number 24 for Westport. Gets an opportunity, takes the shot. Controlled by Beeman. Beeman takes a bounce or two and sends it up to midfield. Here comes Chazy. Chazy controls up to number 6, Guerin. Guerin can't control. Osher, a little push there, nothing called. Chazy still controlling, still got the ball at 3/4 field. Here comes Guerin. Kind of back and forth action at this point.
Goal by Brad Hanson and assisted by number 26, Stephen LeBombard.
So Stephen LeBombard gets an assist tonight. Another young player, Joey.
Yep, Stephen's a junior, and he's coming into his own, and he'll probably be one of the players that will step up next year when Chazy loses the seniors that they're going to lose this year. I'm
sure he will, because he actually started a little bit in the beginning of the season, and then Evan Green came back. He recovered from his injury, and he's got a little bit more speed and a little more experience, and that's probably why Rob put him back up there. But he's done a very good job for Chazy, and when he gets in there, he definitely can see that he's got a promising future.
Well, like we talked about, the Chazy has their second reserves, as we call them, and they've been controlling the game. And Westport pretty much has their first string still out there, and Chazy's been controlling the game. We got 12 minutes left, and with a 7-0 lead stop, I'd say this game is pretty well in hand.
I think you're right, Joey, and we had a little trip there, and it's going to be Chazy kick. 7-0, 12:24 left in this ball game. 25 shots for Chazy, only 5 shots for Westport. A very dominating game tonight by Chazy. A nice inbound kick. Oh, and a header, but a save by McGuire. McGuire throws it out. Here comes number 24, kicks it up, but he doesn't have anybody there. But Westport controlling at the field. Number 12 for Westport. Sean Davis shoots it, but easily handled by Beeman.
Way to work, way to work. Shot.
Well, I think Westport definitely earned some respect for Chazy this year, Joey. I mean, with a 4-1 win on their field and then a 7-0 so far game on this one, definitely over-dominated this team. But Westport shows up to play. They it's got to be tough for them, but they have to have a new respect for Chazy. Oh, here comes a break. Number 22 tries to feed it in, no good. Handled by Souza, out, and it's going to be Westport ball.
Well, Staub, you're right about Westport. I mean, they played a very tough game down in Westport. I mean, tonight's been dominated by Chazy. But again, you're coming up. They have good athletes, but you're going up against the best team in the state, and there's a lot of teams that would like to play Chazy, and Westport gets to play them twice a year, and I got to feel it's probably somewhat of a treat for them to come into a field like George Brendler Field under the lights to play a game of this magnitude.
Joey, what do you think that Chazy's going to have to do? I mean, coming off a 7-0 lead right now, I mean, let's just say they win this game 7-0, maybe higher, we got a lot of time left, or, Westport scores, it doesn't matter, but, you got to really pump yourself up for the next game, and you got to be not cocky and think it's just going to happen like it did tonight, because boy, E-Town's going to be a tough team. It's going to be interesting. Here comes Westport threat, and it is out, and it'll be a corner kick for Westport.
Well, Stop, I don't think Coach McCullough needs to do any talk to the kids to pump them up for the game for E-Town. Just the name of E-Town itself gets you pumped up. The guys know what's at stake. I mean, E-Town's one game behind them. If they lose that game, again, they'll have to play a playoff game to see who wins the division. So they know what's going on. As far as getting cocky, I don't see them getting cocky. They know E-Town's a very formidable opponent. They proved that when they played here a couple of weeks ago. But I think the boys will be ready. And it's a smaller field, so they're going to have their passing game on, and hopefully E-Town won't bunch it up on them, but they have a tendency to do that down there because of the smaller field, and they just got to take advantage of their opportunities.
Back to the action. We have Chazy goal kick. Kicked out. Garrett heads it out. It'll be Westport ball. 9 minutes, 17 seconds left. 7-0 Chazy. Chazy definitely looking to close this one out in just a few more minutes. Nice dribbling. Going up to Hansen. Hansen's already scored tonight. He's up the right side. He can put this ball in the net. Looking to pass it. He has got number 21 for Chazy. A nice shot by Chazy just over the net into the cornfield, and the Raccoons will scatter. He shot that ball, Joey, into the cornfield, and somebody yelled out, "Watch out!" And they said, "I'm all ears." I'll be here all week. All right. Westport ball. Going to be kicked out by number 10, Tanner Carroll. Out to midfield, controlled by Chazy. Very surprising score, Joey, to me tonight. I thought this might be a little bit tighter game. I didn't think it would be quite the blowout that it became, but it's got to be, it's a nice feeling to see Chazy so powerful and everything. Don't get me wrong. I just thought it might be a little more intense game. Hasn't been all that physical as that they were predicting. Very fair playing game. There's a trip. But it's definitely a nice, convincing win that Chazy will do tonight.
Well, you know, Staub, actually I thought tonight, I kind of thought it might be a 7-goal game, and the only reason I thought that was down in Westport, Chazy outplayed them. They had a very hot goalie in Colin MacGyver that night, and you come into Chazy, you're on their home turf on George Brendler Field, under the lights, in front of the fans. It makes it a different game, and I knew if Chazy could solve the Colin MacGyver goalie, then I knew they could score 7 goals, and sure enough, here we are.
Kenny Boer kicks it out to midfield. Racine takes control. Nice play, nice pass. There's 3 or 4. Oh, look at that feed. And who is this? Oh, too bad the goalie got it. Justin Guerin was going in. Nice feed, though, by Chazy players. Number 19 for Westport dribbles down. That's Garrett McQueen. Broken up by Chazy. It's like Will Souza in control over there with a pass. Back to Souza. Here goes Souza inside. We got a couple Chazy players, but kicked out by Westport.
What you notice out here, Staub, with the second group out there is their passing game. And now keep in mind, when they're practicing with Chazy, they're playing against the first string, and they see that all the time while they're out there. Now their passes may not be as crisp because they've been sitting down for 50 minutes while the starters have been out there playing, but you can see they're still doing the same concept, passing the ball, one-timing it, and that's why they're controlling this game over the starters of Westport.
Nice shot by Chazy and a nice grab by MacGyver, I'm sorry. We had a 22 out there, Joey. It says Will MacGyver. There is 2.
Will MacGyver and Colin.
Okay, are they brothers?
I'm assuming.
Here's an opportunity for Westport, but taken out by Racine. Nice stop by Racine. Racine looks up. Has nobody there. Here comes Racine again. He's a little physical player. He's number 20 for Chazy, a big boy. Broken up. Here comes Souza. Back to Guerin. No, Guerin got control. He's got Souza going up, but he loses control. He hops up in the air like a deer and misses it. All right, a little confusion on names here. We got number 3, Kenny Boer, and number 20 is Racine. I'm sorry. Number 33 for Westport has a little opening. Their coaches are begging them to shoot it, but doesn't get the shot off. Westport controls at midfield, down the corner, looking for some help. Would love to get on the board here against Chazy tonight. We have only 4 minutes and 39 seconds left in this game. 7-0 Chazy with a commanding shot lead of 27-6. Here comes Chazy on the prowl, up at midfield. Going down is number 21, Reynolds. Brings it down the line, looking for some help. Finds Souza, number 12, down at the midfield mark. Tries to pop it in, but just can't get the foot on it. Gets it blocked by Westport. Westport back to midfield. Here comes Racine, number 20, for Chazy. Gives him a little shove. Ooh, a nice shot too by Racine. Too bad he pushed. A nice little looper. He's a big boy. You're not going to go around him. You get Kenny the Wall Tremblay and Racine back there, and forget it. It's the steel curtain for Chazy. Souza up to Guerin. Guerin back to Souza on the left wing. Dribbles right, dribbles left. Nice move. Broken up by Westport. Here comes Reynolds, number 21. Ooh, stands up. Back to Racine. Racine dances around the player. A nice little pass, but a little bit too much on it, and going out of bounds will be Westport ball. Both teams are replacing players at this point, giving other players a rest, giving some new players some experience. The time is clicking. It's 3 minutes, and 10 seconds left in this ball game. And we would again like to thank Hometown Cable for covering this game for Chazy tonight. Sam the Trooper is here, filming all the action, side by side with us, with Joey the Chorus Boy Tremblay, and Staub SGS Eagle at this point calling the game. Ooh, Steve is just pushing and shoving out there, trying to get control of the ball. Very nice. Number 33 for Westport breaks it up. That's Travis Turnbull. Back to number 10 for Westport, which is Tanner Carroll. Chazy controlling the ball down in their end. Just kind of back and forth action at this point. Not much time left. Both teams have got some reserve players in there, and Chazy trying to save their players. A big game next week, Joey, I'm sorry. Thinking of Rob back there. Big game Wednesday, I believe, in E-Town. And that game starts at 4 o'clock. Is that right, Kathy? Kathy, yeah, 4 o'clock. Kathy's going to be on our field commentator. We're going to be there with her, calling the play-by-play, and Kathy's going to be like, the football women players who if somebody gets hurt, she's going to be down talking to the players, seeing how they feel, talking with the coach, seeing how at halftime, seeing how the game's going. She agrees with me 100%, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, Staub, you're right. The game's next Wednesday. The boys are getting a much-needed 4 or 5 day rest, and you're going to have Jordan Spiegel back by then. Very good chance Perry Latchmore will be back, and if those two come back, they'll be at full strength for their biggest game of the year.
Hopefully everybody will be back, Joey, and hopefully everybody will last through the game. Jordan Spiegel with a hamstring strain, and it'll be interesting to see if he can, if he's recovered or if he's going to retweak it again. But hey, that's the chance that they're going to take. He's been out. He's been going to therapy, been riding a bike, doing some warm-ups. They're teaching him how to stretch that muscle. Oh, a nice shot by Westport, but handled by Beeman. Very nice shot. Only 48 seconds left in this ball game. 7-0 Chazy. It looks like Chazy is going to win their 49th game in a row. Just an unbelievable feat. Looking forward to a 50th next Wednesday with probably, if they win next Wednesday, Joey, I would think that they're going to wrap up the league title. Won't be definitely done. They'll have one more game to go, but I would say that if they can win on Wednesday, they will have the title for the league wrapped up.
Yeah, they win next Wednesday. They win the league. The only other game they have is Keene that Friday, and if they lose that game, it won't matter because E-Town will have 2 losses. So it's a big game. I mean, Chazy wins it, they win the champion, they win the league. If they lose, they're ready to do a playoff game with E-Town on a neutral field.
And that's the end of the game, and the Chazy Eagles win a convincing 7-0 game. 27 shots on goal, 7 shots on goal for Westport. Beautifully played game for Chazy. A lot of different players scoring, Joey. Nolan Ryan was quiet tonight. We didn't get. We had a nice assist for Ryan, but it was nice to see some other players that got on the board. And he's a very unselfish player. He did have an assist and played very, very well tonight. Just didn't get on the board. So the record has not been broken yet. He's only 2 points shy away from breaking the record. Maybe obviously Wednesday. Hopefully he can step it up again like he did the first game against E-Town and get the job done.
Well, Staub, like we said the first time, big-time players step up for big-time games, and next Wednesday's a big-time game, and I'm guessing a big-time player like Nolan Ryan will step up and break the record down in E-Town.
Well, let's see what happens, and that's the way it is in Chazy on October 6, 2006. I'm Staub George Spiegel with Joey the Choir.